Oh my sweet God. The time has finally come. You guys have messaged me. You've tweeted me. You've been patient with me as I get over my upper respiratory infection. And it is time that I finally roast and recap
the Tom Sandoval interview on Nick Viall's podcast.
I don't even know where to start.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
If you like what you see, come and get it with me. I know you deserve all you want, 'cause your heart's made of gold. But don't wait till you're old. If you want it, I get you some.
Who is she? Who is she? Who is she? Where did you find her?
I've watched it. I have opinions. We are going to roast it. We're going to take a comedic look because it's basically comedy. It's insane. If you haven't watched it, you can go over to Nick Viall's podcast, his YouTube channel, and check it out. Tom Schwartz is on it as well. And let's just say it starts a little bit like this. Tom Schwartz shows up for the interview. Tom Sandoval doesn't. So Nick Viall is on the horn like, hello, Sandoval? Hello, and welcome to your responsibilities. Where are you? Sandoval doesn't answer. Time elapses. You can tell Nick Viall is getting more and more mad. His pregnant, I don't know if she's his fiance or his lady friend or his wife. She seems to be annoyed. I feel for her this entire podcast. Shout out to you, ma'am, because Tom Sandoval did not talk very respectfully to this woman who's also pregnant and much his junior, like much his junior. 46-year-old Tom Sandoval wasn't answering his phone. Tom Schwartz nervously paces and walks around like, well, I guess we're on TST, Tom Sandoval time. He just doesn't respect other people's time, huh? You guys like my leopard shoes?
Oh, this whole thing, all of this, it's all about me.
And so they try to have a little bit of a conversation. Nick Viall finds out that Tom Sandoval's mailbox is full, which is so on brand. And they have a little more conversation. Schwartz is like, have we started the podcast? Oh, yeah, I'm going to try to win you guys over. I don't really know what's going on, but I use big words. That's how I trick you with this fake boyish charm. And then Nick tries to call Tom Sandoval again. He says, when's he coming? Like, what's going to happen? And so Tom Sandoval now answers. And this podcast has been going on for 20 or so minutes. And Tom Sandoval's like, hello? What's up? And Nick Viall says, where are you, dude? Where the F are you? You're supposed to be on my pod, bro. We were podding for podding. Remember, I went on your pod, then you were going to come on my pod, and you were supposed to be here at 2 p.m. He's like, oh,
what time is it? Is it 2:19? Oh my God. Totally lost track of time. I was sucking on my penis flute and thinking about ecstasy. I got a friend over. I'll be right there.
More time elapses. Even though Tom Schwartz says Tom Sandoval only lives 5 minutes away from where Nick Viall records his podcast. Nick is honestly and understandably upset and wondering, like, what the frick? And then here comes Tom Sandoval strolling in like,
hey guys, what's up? Do you guys have a Sprite I could crush? Sorry, I just lost track of time.
And that's where we'll start. All right. We might see a little bit of what I talked about, but I'm going to break down as much as I can for you guys. We're going to roast it, recap it, take a comedic look. It's comedy and it's also very, very disturbing, frustrating. It's all the things. I mean, if we thought Tom Sandoval learned anything at all through this whole Sandoval process, he continues to prove to us he has not. He has not. Please hit that like and subscribe. Comment on the video. Remember, I'm very opinionated, but you can have your opinion in the comment section. You don't have to necessarily agree with me, but I'm an opinionated lady, so I'm going to give it to you as I see it, but you can give it to me how you see it in the comments.
That's my opinion!
All right, you guys, pray for me. Let's do it.
Okay.
It's not looking
It's not looking good.
I don't know if you guys know this about Tom, but yeah, he's like a vampire.
The world is a vampire.
2 o'clock.
I know.
And I texted him, what, 2 days ago?
Yeah.
With a little...
He was hyped about it.
Moved it later?
Yeah.
He never responded to that.
Does he have an assistant who could like go knock on his door?
I think she'll be busy.
Yeah.
His assistant just resigned last week. The production like secretly gives him an earlier call time or earlier call time, like 30 minutes ahead, just knowing he'll be late. He's chronically late.
Well, we need him to respond. Otherwise, we're just going to start.
Sorry, mailbox is full.
Oh, of course.
Oh, of course. Tom, where
2:05, buddy.
the
Oh my God.
are you?
Is Brecken home? Can Brecken knock on the door?
Oh yeah,
I don't have
Are you guys
Brecken.
friends with Brecken?
I mean, I know him through Kelly.
Yeah, I love Brecken.
I hear he hates fucking Sandoval these days.
Well, it's a love-hate. They have a mutual respect, and they are friends, but...
I don't know if it's mutual anymore. It sounds like Sandoval's been partying a lot and pissing him off.
Really?
So unexpected. I didn't even have a speech prepared. But I would like to say this. Tardiness is not something you can do all on your own. Many people contributed to my tardiness. I'd like to thank my parents for never giving me a ride to school, the LA City bus driver for taking a chance on an unknown kid, and last but not least, the wonderful crew at McDonald's for spending hours making those Egg McMuffins, without which I might never be tardy.
We're on TST now. I'm Sandoval time.
Yeah, I don't operate on trends.
I don't either. I don't either. That's why I roll solo, whatever. We do things together. I don't bother rolling with him because I like to be early to everything.
Have you ever asked yourself, like, why you're still friends with that guy?
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Yeah, I've done some reflecting. The pros outweigh the cons. I made a list.
You did?
Yeah.
Do you have this
I
list?
don't have it. It's actually...
I'd like to review it with you.
There's no way there's a list. Tom Schwartz, nice try. You can't even remember one thing from the list. I think the only thing on the list is he makes me look like less of an asshole.
How much time should we give him? I mean, he lives 5 minutes away.
I know.
Hey. Hello?
Where the fuck are you? We're recording.
Oh, shit. It's 2:19. Oh, my God. It is?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, this is... Tom, we're live right now.
We're live. We're recording.
Get your ass over here. It's like 5 minutes away.
Okay. All right, I'll be over. I'm coming over.
All right.
Send me your address. Text me your address. I'm coming over.
I'll resend it.
Okay. Bye.
All right, bye.
This motherfucker.
Oh, my
It's
God.
2:19. No, it's not 2:19. You think he just woke up?
Probably.
What is wrong with him?
I don't know, man.
I was going to say this in private, but I was afraid that it wouldn't be sufficiently humiliating. You fail.
I want there to be good in this. Yeah, I mean that. This is what this show is about.
2 hours later.
Yeah, no, come on. We have started. You little fuck.
Oh, my God. Look at that shit-eating grin. No. Oh, my God, dude.
Is this Thailand?
Oh, that's not funny.
Why are you late?
Me? Can you put the mic on?
Yep, you're seeing that correctly. Tom Sandoval shows up to the interview very late, and he gives Nick Viall a picture of him with a tiger in captivity in Thailand, something that he was obviously criticized for, since we've all seen the Tiger King and know about those kind of facilities.
This is my way of living, and nobody's going to tell me any otherwise.
Most notably, James Kennedy and Lala Kent, his co-stars, called him out. Lala took to her Instagram and she said, "I am appalled by the photo my cast member took with a tiger in captivity. This topic has been close to my heart for many years. What is disguised as fun and cool is in fact animal abuse. It's heartbreaking. I've made noise about educating yourselves, and here I am to tell you again, do not support places like this." But of course, Tom Sandoval is only 50 years old. What do you expect from this man? He's so young old. It's not like he would know the right thing to do. And Tom has recently deleted that picture from his Instagram, but yet he gets it framed and gives it to Nick.
This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
This dude, every time he complains about people being hard on him or people bullying him, we have to yet again remind him and all of the people who are his sympathizers, which I think are just bought and paid for accounts, that he continues to behave like this and basically troll everyone.
Gross. Justice for the tigers. Feed them, Tom Sandoval. Let's keep going.
I'm actually glad you brought that because this was actually, you know what? This was a teachable moment. It was a teachable moment, honestly. And I feel like
slide the mic. Hi. You were saying,
let's just take that down.
What? Come on.
This was a teachable moment because I don't think a lot of people are educated on the dark side of that world, that industry.
is this what Lala was talking about?
Yeah. It is a teachable moment in a sense of like, I went to a place supporting Thailand. Like, we were on the boat the entire day, right?
What are you trying to say here? Well, no, I'm saying it's a teachable moment in terms of raising it. Like, that industry is, I didn't realize to what length, but that industry is rampant with corruption.
Here we go.
And speed breeding and very often
Mistreatment of animals.
Yes, mistreatment of animals.
Actually,
this, hold on. I'm leading like very often, they're declawed or they use corporal punishment, negative reinforcement, or they're sedated or drugged. The place we went to supposedly was highly recommended and reputable.
Beautiful. It was beautiful.
And apparently they contribute a significant portion of their profits to conservation. It could all be bullshit.
Absolutely beautiful.
I know that whole industry is sort of
and we didn't like at that
ignorant
point, like we have been
tourists.
drinking all day and like we like went along with like the tourists who brought us there and we're like,
Really? Sir, I know. Is this the world we live in?
Whole trip was like, do as the locals do. It was recommended as a reputable place. In hindsight, a questionable decision. I didn't go in there. I'm not trying to get eaten by a fucking lion.
I think everybody was more worried about like a tiger biting off my head more so than like
Who was worried about this?
Schwartz, I think Kyle, like myself.
Your friends.
Yes.
Okay.
Dude, it was like a really beautiful place. We were like fucking drunk. I mean, what do you expect, dude? I'm only 55 years old. I mean, I gotta keep my drink on, okay? Dude, seriously, like you don't understand. Like, it was like so beautiful. Like, dude, it was like beautiful, like corruptly beautiful. Dude, people were like more worried about me getting my head eaten off, like my dickhead. Dude, it was like on my bucket list to like be with these captivated, what is it called, Schwartz? What's it called? They were just like captivating. I don't know why you're asking me these questions, because I was like drinking and Ariana was at home and she wasn't even like refilling the freaking paper towels or the batteries. So maybe if Ariana would have boned me a couple more times, I wouldn't have to go see tigers that are in captivity. Okay? God, what do you want from me? I'm just a shitty man.
Why were you late?
Me?
No one else was late. He was very early.
You were 2 hours late to my podcast, by the way.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, you were. You were 2 hours late.
What are you talking about?
Dude, you were. You're like, I'll be there between 5:30 and 6:30. You showed up at like 8:30.
Tom, that's not true.
That is exactly true. Dude, you were 2 hours.
You called me the day before and said, I have a big favor to ask. Can you please do my podcast? And I said, Tom, I have a busy day, but let me get back to you. But I can definitely do it at some time at night, but I'll get back to you. We definitely did not have a set time. And then I followed up with you.
Dude, you were like,
bring
5:30.
up the text.
Wait, this is a perfect example of whataboutism. Instead of addressing the situation head on and saying, hey, I'm sorry I'm late. You say,
sorry I'm late. I'm sorry I'm late.
See, that's
why were you late?
Why was I late?
Yeah.
I was hanging out with a friend.
Okay.
Yes.
And just no care in the world?
No, it's not like that.
What is it like?
Nick, why were you late?
I wasn't.
You were. You were.
It's not like that. God, why were you late, bro? So Tom Schwartz brings up the whataboutism of it all, which Tom Sandoval is known for at this point. The guy can murder someone and go, yeah, but what about that time that, you said you were going to pay for half the lunch and you didn't, and you like stiffed me a couple bucks. So I don't know, like, are we going to be mad at me for murder or are we going to be mad at you? This is what Tom Sandybutt does. So he shows up late to the podcast. He doesn't take accountability. Instead, he projects it onto Nick Viall and says, no, you were late. And Nick's like, I don't think I was late. And Tom's like, I'm pretty sure you were late. I came here with dirty Adidas track pants, okay? Flare track pants. And he's got sunglasses on. You can tell he's probably still got the night before his party in him, if you know what I mean. And Tom Schwartz is trying to do what Schwartz does, which is, apologize, be a Tom Sandybutt apologist, while also, low-key trolling him.
But it's different when it's you. You know what I mean? It's different.
I don't know. I wasn't involved in the scheduling of that, so I don't know.
Do you actually believe that?
Yeah, it's different.
Do you actually believe that?
No, that I was late.
Yes. Yeah, you were, dude, I was literally hanging out for like
Dude,
You literally were 2 hours later than you said.
Do you have a text message that says I was going to be there at an earlier time?
You're like, yeah.
You have the text message.
I know.
Do you have the text? Yeah. I literally, I just forgot how my phone works, dude. Like, okay. I don't know. I'll have to check later. Like, dude, seriously, why you so up my ass, dude? Like, what about you, bro? What about you?
Yet he's so far shown no proof to his claim, much like his claims on Ariana. Again, no proof.
Dates, proof, timeline, screenshots, everything.
Just say, I'm sorry I'm late.
I'm sorry I'm late, Nick. Do you want to fucking rake me over the coals? I'm sorry I'm late.
We're just getting
I apologize.
Started. No.
Okay.
I apologize.
You got to respect people's time, Tom. You don't always do that. You do not respect. It's okay.
You gotta respect people's time, Tom. You don't always do that. I know. I'm sorry I'm late, Nick. God, you want to wreck me over the coals? Just rake me and wreck it, Ralph? You just wouldn't like feed me to the wolves?
Throw me to the wolves and I shall return leading the pack.
How was Thailand? Other than
it was great.
It was awesome. It was a great spiritual reset. I feel refreshed and excited about life like I haven't been in quite some time. Going back to what we were talking about, I feel like I've kind of been in a haze. I was a basket case for the past few years, and I feel like I had some sort of figurative rebirth.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
As I go under the water. And then I come up and it's like, everything's so beautiful.
I feel like I have clarity of vision. My appetite for
Schwartz is like, I feel like I've had a vaginal rejuvenation. I got a whole new cervix, brah.
It was really nice. It was really nice for us to like hang out. I mean, it's been since 2018 since me and Schwartz have actually taken a vacation.
Dude, it's been so nice.
Me and Schwartz, like, it was so nice for us to be together as like a couple, but not a couple. Tom, you don't deserve any vacations. All right. You need to get a job and pay your mom back.
Dude, it was really nice.
Did he have a softball game before this podcast? Why are his pants so dirty? Why does he have grass stains on his knees? Maybe I don't want to know.
It was so nice, like seeing you like in the pool, in the infinity pool. Just like, to me, that was worth it all. To see you just like,
what was worth it?
Just like him hanging out, like just us, like looking at each other and not caring about anything, like for a second. It was really worth it, man.
He's a battered wife. Like, he always tries to like move it over to Tom Schwartz and be like, dude, it was just nice to see us like making eye contact. And Tom, he's been so stressful because Katie's a bitch and Ariana's a bitch, and God, there's never any toilet paper in my bathroom, even though it's my job to put it in there. Someone should still think of me. And Schwartz, he was married to a woman that loved him. God, poor guy.
And it felt like old times.
Yeah.
Because our dynamic has become strained professionally, personally. And I feel like this was a good reset for both of us, for our friendship, for our dynamic, aside from this whole incident. I don't want
to seem to be on the same page.
I don't want to martyr Tom, but I know it came at great cost to your reputation there for a second. But like, yeah, overall, I think it was a good thing. It raised awareness through a questionable industry, and right.
What
I'm talking about, I was bringing it back to the Tiger King incident.
He doesn't seem to be very on the same page as you.
Okay, did you just wake up?
No,
he was hanging out with a friend.
Who's
Also, I do
girl, guy, dating.
No comment.
5 minutes later.
Do have a text from Nick at 6:52 saying he was done with your podcast and he's heading to Whole Foods at 6:52.
Yeah, yeah, he was supposed to come over at 5:30.
Yes, that was after the podcast ended.
So
that would have been like an hour and a half later.
Whoa. Tom Sandoval, you almost forgot your lies already. You just got done saying he was over 2 hours late and he didn't get there till like 8 something. Now you're saying he's supposed to be there at 5:30, and Natalie here is saying that he texted her at 6:52 and said he's on his way home. Another lie from Tom Sandoval? You don't say.
We were sitting around for a long time.
Sandoval,
we were sitting around for a long.
Was it a long time or was it 2 hours, Tom? Because you said it was over 2 hours. Now it's,
dude, we were sitting around for I don't know. Time just like stops when you like drink, and then do a bunch of push-ups. And then do mushrooms. Time just like, what is time? Like, really? It's just like a social construct, To me, it felt like 2 hours, but to you, it could have felt like 2 minutes. But like, who's wrong? Probably you.
Text you at 4:48. When do you want to do this? Question mark. I can be over at 5:30. You wrote, that works. You sent me your address.
You did not come over at 5:30. Please don't act like you did.
He texted me at
I'm pretty sure that's probably at 5:40.
He's literally showing you receipts, Tom.
Receipts, proof, timeline, screenshots, everything.
Tom can have the facts right in front of him. And he's still like, no, don't even try to tell me facts.
You were not over at 5:30. You were over at way after 6.
Oh my God. Stop your fucking lying.
Like to the point where like Jason were like, so when's Nick coming?
There's 2 Jasons. Oh my God. I thought it was bad enough that we had the one Jason that's like your drummer and in charge of your podcast that's horrendous, who just sits there with a laptop on his lap that he never uses and it doesn't make any sense. And he's like, Tom, something's gonna happen to Tom. And we're like, nothing's gonna happen to Tom. Tom's worst enemy. Jason is so far up Tom Sandoval's booty hole that I don't know if he's savable at this point. I don't know if you can dig him out. I don't even know if there is a colonoscopy that is medically advanced enough to dig Jason out of Tom Sandy Butt's small, large intestines, however that works down there.
How long is your podcast episode with Nick?
That's an hour.
Oh, so
let's not digress here. We've already digressed. Nick, let's get back on track.
I know. Why are we talking about this?
Well, because you showed up 45 minutes late.
Yeah.
What do you mean, why are we talking about this? Bro, you late. Not only was Tom Sandy Butt late, he forgot about the podcast. They had to keep calling his ass. Tom Schwartz is there. I bet he didn't even want to interview Tom Schwartz. I bet it was only Tom Sandoval, and Tom Sandoval's like,
No, I need to have Schwartz there. He's like my security blanket. You know, they got them weighted blankets. Tom Schwartz is like a best weighted blanket. I need him.
I'm sorry about that. I apologize.
And we just didn't even know. You didn't know if you were
shame.
coming. You're just like, it wasn't like, hey, you're gonna be here. Or just we didn't know.
I apologize.
It's, don't need your apology.
Yeah. What do you want then?
What do you want? What do you want? My dirty sweatpants? What do you want? My natural beefy stinky smell that everyone says that? What do you want from me? My soul?
He's so dramatic. This dude has not advanced from preteen, junior high, adolescence brain. The way he flips and twists and turns, handcuffs, he just gets all bent out of shape. Dude, you're the problem. Hi, it's you. Hi, you're the problem. It's you.
I was asking, why are you late? It was just a simple question.
I didn't ask why you were late.
Because he wasn't late. I'm going to say it for you, Nick. He wasn't late.
What about it?
You are though. What about you're an hour late, Nick?
How is he an hour late? If you said be there by 5:30, he left by 6:52. The math's not mathing, Tom. You're not good at numbers and time. Tom, drop it. But this is the thing. He won't drop it. And this is what frustrates everyone about Tom Sandy Butt is he will scream it in the streets. And you're just like, bro, no, please, no. Just take some accountability. Look at Schwartz. Schwartz physically, like, I think he just crapped himself. He was like, all this shit that Tom Sandoval is spewing has affected me, and now I have nervous diarrhea.
Nick, you're an hour late. I swear to God, dude. You're
Swearing to God.
sitting there.
God's gonna be disappointed.
God?
Nick says God's going to be disappointed. He knows. He's been on the naughty list for a while, Nick. Don't worry about God.
Who did
You
you
said
say?
swears to God.
Oh,
so.
Dude, you were. You're like, I'm on my way. I'm on my way.
You know what's
like,
scary though? I believe that you believe that.
That is scary. That's what makes him scary. That's why when Lala said at the reunion that he is scary, he is scary. You run into this dude, Tom Sandoval, he just makes up his own narratives. You know, he's just like a revisionist historian.
But
I'm not the only one. You can ask Jason and Jason.
You can't ask Jason. He's too far up your ass. It's like asking you. And who the frick is the other Jason? There should only be one Jason ever, anywhere. You can't trust 2 Jasons. You can barely trust one Jason. No offense.
It's like, are they come? Is he coming? Is he coming? Is he coming? Because we were worried.
Is he coming? Is he coming? That's what you are worried about, Tom. Coming. seeding in your pants. Oh God, Jolene, that's inappropriate. Why did you guys make me say that?
How about that Special Forces?
Yeah. How about that Special Forces?
How about that Special Forces?
No.
Well, on Special Forces, I had the pleasure of a few Jeep rides with Mr. Sandoval. I enjoyed getting to know him, and we had about an hour conversation about Scandoval.
Yeah.
And my hope of that conversation was just kind of like, I was just curious. I mean, I had just got to know you. The time I was getting to know during Special Forces, you know, you really stepped up in a lot of cases. And as I got to know, it's like, who is this guy? You know, like, does he really regret this? Has he learned from this? Is he going to do it again in the future? And I'm just curious kind of where you're at now these days. Like, what have you been up to?
Well, Nick, all bullshit aside, man, like, it was actually really nice getting to know you. I saw everything you went through, like, literally.
And here comes the love bombing. Obviously, Nick, I just accused you of things you didn't do and disrespected your entire platform and your job, your career. But I really enjoy you. I think you're really a neat man.
Literally, like, went through. You deserve to finish and to win. I thought you did fucking great. You carried me on your shoulders, which I was really honored. And I felt bad about. Like, I felt fucking...
I'm confused about the depth of your guys' bond. Are you guys tight? Do you guys text each other on a regular basis? Did you guys really develop a special bond during that?
I think everyone did special to bond. I don't think Tom and I like got super close where we're hanging out on a regular basis.
Nick's like, I don't want to hang out with him. I'm just here because it's going to bring probably triple the views I normally get. But no, I don't know.
Would you set your friend Tom up with a lady?
That scares me. No. Let me.
Well, what, does that bother you to hear? Because I've said to Tom Sandoval's face, I wouldn't set you up with my sister or friend. And Tom, you said I agree. I hear you. Do you want him to?
That was not said for shock value. Let me explain. I would never want him to set me up with someone. I don't want anyone to set me up with.
Yeah, no guy likes to be set up. I'm just asking you, would you trust someone you care about to date Tom Sandoval today?
It depends on the person. My answer is it depends on the person.
Do you think you should be? Are you ready to protect someone's heart?
Am I ready to protect somebody's heart? Yes, of course I am. I don't know what to say.
Stop it. Am I ready to protect someone's heart? Of course I am. Of course I am. Why is he putting on that voice? No, sir. You got to have a heart to protect a heart.
I fucked up. And I know that. I do love hard. I really do. And unfortunately, being vulnerable in a situation like got me to throw, logic and everything out the window and people's feelings and Ariana's feelings.
Whoa. How is this man always complimenting himself? Like,
being like vulnerable made me do that. I wasn't cheating and putting my wiener in her friend. I was being vulnerable.
I regret it.
No, you don't.
Hardcore. I really do.
Hardcore.
I can't do anything about it except just try to.
You can learn from it.
Yes, exactly. I've learned so much.
Like what?
Like what?
Yeah.
For instance,
I love that every question he's like what? Me? Huh? He'll just repeat the same thing that Nick says, which is just like him buying time, not really taking these questions seriously, in my opinion. Remember, everything I say is true except for the parts that are false, entertainment purposes only. But what have I learned? So much, like hardcore. Now I'm going to try to list what I've learned.
To take a page out of Katie's book, like with Schwartz, like Ariana was, she was like, she was like, I don't know what my life will be without, all this stuff. And like, I should have, I don't know, man. I don't know, dude. I'm just trying to be a better person. I swear to God, like I really am.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. Like, what have I learned? What have I learned? To not ever do that again. To not ever be in a 9-year fucking relationship and end it that way. To not ever like cheat that way. Like, dude, I'm never gonna do that.
What do you mean
cheat? Never gonna happen.
What
again.
do you mean cheat that way?
What do you mean? Like,
well, when you say cheat that way, it
like
implies that you might cheat differently.
To have an affair.
I'm just clarifying.
That's good. That clarification was good, actually.
Okay, yeah.
What do you mean? God, God, dude, seriously. Like, dude, what? Huh? I'm the victim, huh? What? Like, never cheat that way.
Yes, if you say never to cheat that way, that insinuates that you would cheat again, just not that way. Maybe this time it won't be with one of my girlfriend, one of her really good friends that we also work with. Maybe it won't be that, but I'll do it again. I mean, he's so defensive. You know, he desperately wants to say,
I did it because Ariana wouldn't have sex with me. God, you guys, seriously, how was I supposed to live with no bonage? The boner go nowhere. The boner stay in the pants. Flaccid. Nothing. Okay? What was I supposed to do? Just like break up with her? What are you guys, freaking monsters?
I'm not even trying to like be hard on you.
These are
I have
softball
people
questions.
I care about who have been unfaithful to their partners. You know, people who are close to me. They remain close to me because those people.
I feel like him giving this example is like, I know people who have cheated. I do have friends like you. So I am not at all judging you. I am not at all a bigot. I'm not a cheater bigot. I have friends who also cannot control their genitals. So I kind of understand you.
Truly show that remorse and that regret. They got into therapy, and it was more than just being like, hey, I'm sorry I fucked up, but they kind of identified those triggers, you know, things that in the past. So for example, they learned about why in those critical moments did they choose one path versus the other, you know, so that in the future they could say, you know what, I'm finding myself in a similar situation, that urge for validation, that whatever it was, that driving force that caused them to do that.
It's really hard for me to speak about this with Ariana.
No, just stop there. I think you said that sums up the whole interview. It's really hard for me to speak. We know, Tom. We know.
But there are a lot of things that was going on with our relationship that I don't want to talk about.
We're not allowed to talk about. I would love to talk about it. But
no, I'm allowed to talk about it.
Not right
I
now.
can say whatever the fuck I want.
Of course you can,
but
but
I'm not going to.
What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man.
I could say whatever the I want.
What you say?
Schwartz is like, are you okay? Are you okay? Male fragility? Are you okay over there, Andrew Taint? Is everything okay? I can see where the fuck I want with my dirty ass pants and the Who t-shirt. See whatever the fuck I want. I'm drinking a Sprite, bro.
Okay. I'm not going to.
Well,
I was in a relationship that was.
You fell out of love and you handled it in the worst way possible.
Exactly.
It's a cautionary tale. I will say, on a positive note, so many people have come to me at Tom, Schwartz, and Sandy's and confided that they were in a similar situation because of, last time I'll ever say the word, Sandoval.
No.
You know, they had like an awakening and they're like, we need to see couples therapy, sit down, have that conversation we've been dreading, finally end it, or find a way to make it work, deal with it in a healthy, productive, constructive way, as opposed to, you know, having an affair. I'm talking like hundreds of people.
Oh, I
small
imagine.
Sample size, but still.
I'm a huge believer that there's always a positive to be gained from a negative situation. You just have to be willing to acknowledge it.
I had such low self-worth. And this whole Raquel thing happened, logic went out the window.
No. We're not going to do the feel bad for me. I had such low self-worth. If you are a cheater and you're putting your peenie in a vagini that it doesn't belong, you don't have low self-worth. You are feeling yourself. So no, I need such low self-worth. No, you were feeling yourself too much. That was the problem. You thought you could have your cake and eat it too and have it all. That's why you carried on this affair for so long with so many lies when you could have got out of the relationship right away, even after the first time you hooked up or before you even hooked up, maybe. What a novel idea. But no, we're going to listen to him talk about his low self-esteem. No, you just have low esteem for everyone around you.
Don't worry. I don't have low self-esteem. It's a mistake.
I'll say.
I have low esteem for everyone else.
Your self-esteem is on point. You love yourself. You hug yourself. You probably masturbate too much too, allegedly.
I was a slave to my emotions in that aspect, and I couldn't.
That's the big question, right? Because in the future, at some point, you will be in a situation where you might be a slave to your emotions again. That's the big question, you know.
Bored now.
The next time you feel that, am I gonna do it again? I've never experienced that like overwhelming feeling that I had at that time. And in a 9-year, Nick, what's your longest relationship?
8 years.
8 years?
8 years.
Okay. You know, like Dude, I don't know what to say, man. I really don't. Well, in your defense, you've had to talk about it so much, your mind probably goes blank at this point. It's just like
I think you're.
His
listen,
mind's
by the way,
always
I'm not here to be
blank.
a Sandoval apologist. I'm very critical of him. People don't see that on the show, Tom. Yes. And we have great conversations, like one-on-one behind closed doors. You say all the right things, and then sometimes.
Why wouldn't you have them on camera? Every conversation you have on camera is superficial, or you are just aiding and abetting this man. So miss me with this. What you don't see, what they don't show is that we have these really meaningful conversations. You cannot have a meaningful conversation with a man that just says, dude, like, look, dude, like.
Sometimes on a public forum, you have a tendency to get defensive.
He's always defensive.
Yeah, that's it. You have a tendency to get a little defensive, but like
not a little. This dude is raging out. He is like raging out. Okay, he's like, oh, he's hulking out with defensiveness.
I know, as a dear friend of yours, you regret everything you did on a deep fucking
no
level. You know, you really completely turned your whole life upside down, and yeah, I mean, but you're trying to move forward.
It seems very easy for you to say that, Schwartz. Why does it seem so hard for you to say that?
What? Me?
Yeah.
Of course I fucking regret it.
Don't talk to the pregnant lady with the course I fucking regret it. Watch your language, you fuckface.
Dude.
No, I believe you regret it. It's just you have a hard time articulating.
I can't. It's been so long. It's been 10 months. I don't know.
Not 10 months. Oh my God. But you've been alive for like thousands of months. So 10 months is like a blip in your 72-year-old life. You know, it's like blip. You're part of the greatest generation. Blip. So 10 months. That's nothing.
Oh man, take a look at my life. I'm a lot like you.
You were in this shit for 10 years.
I don't know what to say except that
You did a great job of, you did a fair job of articulating it when we had Dr. Drew on the show.
Yeah.
You did a great job. Well, actually, you did a fair job. Also, I roasted and recapped mostly roasted the Dr. Drew episode, which was horrible and made me think that Dr. Drew
is the devil.
And he did not do a great job. He blamed all the women he's ever met for every bad decision and mistake he's made. He blamed a woman.
Yeah, I was a slave to my fucking emotion.
Can I get it? Can I get it? Oh, can I get it? Can I get it? Oh, can I get it? Can I get it?
That's like, and I was unfortunately, did not know how to.
Yeah, you didn't know how to deal with those emotions. I totally get that. And
I didn't know how to, you're with somebody that you want to,
I don't think it's necessarily, I mean, of course, the act of it is terrible, but I think a lot of people have done what you've done. I don't think you're the only person in the world who has cheated on their significant other, but I think it's just the way that you have handled it since.
Or just what you've said. Or how you come across.
Yes.
Like as a friend, I told you, one time I said, do you understand why your critics still criticize you? And I was curious.
Guys, if you want me to be fucking honest.
No, we want you to
I love Ariana. I do.
Stop it. I hate when this man says he loves Ariana. Listen, when you love someone, when you love somebody, always on my mind. Okay, here's the deal. People that love people don't treat the people they love like this. You don't treat someone you love like this, Tom Sandy, but we've had this conversation a million times. I know you watch my channel. Hello. And this is, no, quit saying you love her. You don't love her. You are jealous of her. You despise her. You have contempt towards her. That is not love, okay? Quit putting forth some fake ass narrative that I love her. That's why I treat her like shit, because I love her so much. I love her. You don't love her. You treated her like garbage. People that love you will not do what you did to Ariana.
I really care about her.
No, you don't.
But
stop.
This person fucking throughout our relationship talked to me like I was down here all the fucking time. And it's unfortunate that my way of acting out against that was me also just getting
It's Ariana's fault, you guys. It's her fault. Oh my God. What if you are down here? You know what I mean? What if, let's just say, I don't believe it, that Ariana always treated you like you were down here, which we saw the tapes. She did not, sir. And he has to go down there, way down there. But what if you were down there? So what if she was just treating you accordingly? Poor me. Ariana was so mean to me. She was a bully. So I put my boner in somebody else because she was bullying me.
belittle all the fucking time. Dude. And I hate to say it, but like,
No, you don't.
I acted out because I had such low self-worth. And somebody like Raquel, somebody who's in her 20s, like doing the essentially the fucking whipped cream fucking bikini thing, like to me, like in Varsity Blues, like.
Say what?
I couldn't fucking like.
Look at Schwartz is like, are you seriously referencing a movie that's like 30 years old? I mean, I was around for Varsity Blues because I am older, but I mean, Varsity Blues, this just again shows that you gotta grow up, Tom. You know what? Your movie references are even dated to the time when you were a teenager. I mean,
do you ever look at someone and wonder what is going on inside their head?
And the whipped cream bikini? So you're like, oh, what was I supposed to do? She just like threw herself at me. So now it is Ariana's fault because she's a bully and she just pushed him down and treated him like shit. And it's Rachel Raquel's fault because she was just too slutty buddy. She was just too much of a sensuous lady. She just threw herself at him and all the whipped cream and the cherries. And he can't say no, even though he's lactose intolerant.
Listen to you, filthy mouth, you whore!
I was like, wow, I have really like.
This dude's an idiot. He's such an idiot. I don't see how anyone can be out there and be like, you know, I kind of feel bad for Tom. He's an idiot. This is so crazy. It's like that scene in Billy Madison. Like, just listening to you made us all dumber. I feel so dumb just listening to this man try to justify it. Bro, you cheated because you were getting old. And you were always cheating on Ariana, Miami girl. You admitted to someone else with Sheena, possibly Billy Lee. Allegedly, she might live in the house. Anywho, you're a cheater. That's what you do, okay? When you are aging and you were like, no, I need to grab onto something. You were always trying to bang other people outside of your relationship. Just call it how it is. All these theatrics. You're not that good of an actor. So we don't believe you. Sorry.
Oh my God, like I'm attractive to somebody?
Oh my God. Like, I'm attractive to somebody? No.
Like, I'm serious. Like,
I get all that.
This might be construed as you saying she made me cheat. That's not what you're saying.
That's exactly what he's saying. Ariana made him cheat, and Rachel Raquel made him cheat too, because she was just too sexy. She was so sexy.
You don't want to be that guy. You don't want to be. I know.
Schwartz, don't give him an out. No, I know you're not saying. No, he is saying that. He is saying that. So tell him that's what you're saying, dum-dum. Okay, can we get some therapy on this man? I mean, I don't believe that anybody is therapizing him. There's no way.
Our conversations.
No, not at all.
It sounds a little bit like that right now, just so you know. Yeah, it does sound like that. I'm just saying. I'm letting you know.
You're talking about somebody who like she wouldn't have sex with me for like fucking a year.
Yeah, a year? You wouldn't have sex with me for fucking a year? Look at you, sir, and look how you talk. I mean, I don't blame her. I mean, I would have never had sex with you, but you know, to each their own. That's not an excuse to go out and have sex with someone else. If you're unhappy in your sex life, guess what you do? You know what? You talk to your significant other who you love so much. Maybe you'll get some therapy about it. Maybe you find out why she couldn't be intimate with you. And I think Ariana told us in Vanderpump Rules that you can't be intimate with someone who's physically not there, someone who's not investing in the relationship. You can't feel intimate with them. And you could have fixed it. And if you didn't want to fix it, or if you thought it was unfixable, you could have just ended the relationship and then went and got all the vagina you wanted but don't deserve outside of the relationship. Why is that so hard to understand?
Yeah, no, yeah, I get all that.
Dude,
and I've been in
sucks.
toxic relationships before.
I loved Ariana.
But you did nothing to show that you loved her, respect her, or fix the situation. You thought, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to keep throwing my money into this shitty bar, borrow money from my mom, take equity out of the home, and never be around. And sooner or later, I'm sure everything will work out. Oh, and I'm going to have sex with a friend. I'm going to fuck your friend. I'm going to fuck your friend. I'm going to fuck her friend.
I really fucking did. And the whole process of breaking up with her, this happened over 4 months. Like, this wasn't like...
Breaking up shouldn't be a process. It really it shouldn't be that big of a process. I mean, it could take like, I guess maybe a week, 2 weeks max. But not like a 7 month to 1 year affairs length long time. That's too long. You gotta be a go-getter. You gotta just get in there, get the job done. This isn't working out. Thanks, but no thanks. Good luck in the future. I think we should part ways. And then you shake hands and get in your car crying and playing Kelly Clarkson full blast.
I don't know, man. I don't know what to say.
Is there a point when you look back and reflect on what you would have done differently?
Yes.
Hold on, let me finish the rest of the question. Was there a moment where you realized this was the moment I should have brought into the relationship?
That moment was probably...
Tom, you're on a podcast. Don't cover your mouth.
That moment was probably when Rachel Raquel first showed me her tits. That's when I should have broken up with Ariana, because I was like, those are some nice 20-something tits.
A year before we broke up.
Not a year. The year that he didn't get any sexual healing. Can you imagine having sex with this guy? He'd be like, dude, like, seriously, like, this is, like, good. Like, I like it there. Like, dude, seriously, like, dude, God, like, I like, dude, like, have you guys seen Varsity Blues? Like, dude, seriously, dude, I'm gonna, do you have any money I need for my, like, dude, like, bar, dude? Like, a dude bar. I have a bar with Schwartz. Have you heard of Schwartz? Ugh.
Okay.
It just was like, I woke up before her, went to sleep after her, and wake up and, like, make her a dumpling latte. I instigated the happiness in the relationship. Always. I was the fucking only one, man.
So I did everything. I went to bed after her, woke up before her. Well, that's what Adderall will do. Okay, that's when you're on the Addies, allegedly. That's what that'll do. Also, you seemed to have a pretty big party lifestyle, according to yourself and according to Ariana. And she wanted to be more of a homebody and not stay up till all hours in the morning, watching different color lights on the ceiling and listening to weird music from Life is Beautiful.
One of them was a male and the other two? Well, the other two are females. God only knows what they were up to in there. And furthermore, Susan, I wouldn't be the least bit surprised to learn that all four of them habitually smoked marijuana cigarettes. Reefers.
No offense, all offense. But, and these dumpling lattes, bro, that is the bare min you can do in a relationship, is to make the love of your life, allegedly, a latte. You're like, oh, I brought all the happiness. I did everything. I made the dumpling lattes. How hard was it? Because that, Ariana showed us in the first episode of season 11 of Vanderpump Rules that it was pretty easy to do.
So if it wasn't reciprocated, why not break up?
Because it's not that fucking easy.
Quit talking to her like that. Oh my God. Because it's not that fucking easy.
What the French toast?
Like, Nick, you need to get, you know, I don't advocate violence except for when I advocate violence. You need to just get, like, she's my lady. I'm her man. And that's my baby in there. What Natalie just asked is a perfectly logical question, sir. And the fact that you get so emo about logical questions that make perfect sense just goes to show that you're wrong.
But that's with somebody for 9 fucking years, you don't, like...
Sometimes the right decision is hard, Tom.
Great. Thank you. I get it. It's fucking hard. It's really hard.
Oh, poor Tom. It's really hard to be fucking her friend and then be in a relationship with her and still having sex with her and just, like, waking up before her and going to bed before, and then there's the fucking paper towels, and I like Cottonelle toilet paper that have the ripples on it, and she would get the kind that didn't, and it breaks in my butt, and I don't like it because I'm a hard wiper.
Waking up in the morning, thinking about so many things. I just wish things would get better.
And I didn't know how to fucking handle it. I didn't know. I fucking handled it wrong. I know I did. I fucking know I did, man. I fucked up.
What is this that Ariana is now suing you?
Oh, she's not suing me.
Oh, clear it up, because that's what every headline that I read the other day said.
I think that's a little clickbait. I think it's just a motion to expedite the sale of the house.
Okay.
It's I forget the legal term for it.
Why does Tom Schwartz have to answer all of the questions for Tom Sandy Butt?
So Ariana is trying to make it out that I'm a psychopath for wanting to keep the house that we have.
I mean, you are.
Sorry, bro. Meanwhile,
why do you? And how so? How is she doing that?
She literally said that
to you.
No, you can watch it on the trailer. She thinks I'm a psycho for like 1 year.
No, you can watch her on the trailer. Speak in English. Don't speak in reality TV.
Okay.
Meanwhile, like, you know, when my mom and dad got divorced, my dad kept the house. When my stepdad and his wife got divorced, he kept the house. And when Ariana's mom and dad got divorced,
sir, her dad has passed. I wouldn't bring that up, okay? And it doesn't matter what your mommy and daddy did. Obviously, you didn't do what your mommy and daddy did. So your mommy and daddy, guess what? They were married. You two didn't get married. Also, they had children. So usually in a situation like that, one person, usually the person who cares for the children, not always, but keeps the house. So the children can maintain that kind of normalcy despite having such a big breakup or big change in their lives. What does he, I was just going to ask, how does he not see that? But I mean, it's Tom Sandy, but he doesn't see anything but his boner.
She kept the house.
Okay.
But
What's your
Ariana
point?
is making it out to be that me wanting to keep the house is a psychopath move.
It is.
But it's not. She's like, oh, he gave me a shit offer. I gave her an offer of 3.1.
Well, she said it was shit. You know, it's like going in at any time you're going to buy a home. And if the person you're trying to buy out or buy the home from, if I just go in, I'm like, I want to buy that house down the street, and I walk in, I give them an offer, and they go, that's a shit offer. And I go, it's not. Sell it to me. They don't have to. That's the thing. That's the thing, sir. That's the part of the business of it all. Okay. You can think what you want, but just because you don't get what you want doesn't mean that it's not correct or that it's a bad thing.
$1 million. We bought our house for 2.050.
2.050. Who talks like that?
0.05. Okay.
So you're saying you gave a top market?
Yeah, top market.
And you split it?
Yeah. I gave her an offer to buy her out.
She bought a $2 million house.
I gave her an offer she couldn't refuse.
You both paid $1 million?
We both paid like $250 down payment.
It's a pretty good down payment. Is that what your mom gave you, Tom? Was the $250,000 a down payment for your home, or was it for your business? Very interesting that Tom owes his mom allegedly $250,000. And he put $250,000 down on his home. Oh, Tom.
Down payment. And then you split the assets 50-50.
Yeah.
So you both own half of it legally.
Yes.
Okay. And then
So
you
I-
offered her $3 million.
3.1.
3.1.
3.1 as a buyout.
Okay.
And
how does that work? So, you're
so
saying,
basically it's like
but seriously, for people who are going through this, explain how
closing costs. I mean, Ariana hasn't paid a single bill for this house in 8 months. She hasn't paid the mortgage.
Good for you, Ariana. Good for you, girl. Good for you. Don't pay the bills. You can pay the bills because you jizzed in my house with someone else. I don't think you do. So you gotta pay the bills. If you come in my house and you spread some other lady's juices all over the place and disrespect me, you're gonna pay for that house. Now, even if I'm living in it for a little bit, yep, you're gonna pay it because that's the penance. You know, there with every action, there's an equal or opposite carrying reaction or whatever science says. Okay, this makes total sense to me. You let the juices looses all over the house with her friend and you tainted it. I wouldn't want to pay for that until it was heavily deep cleaned or gutted. So yeah, I mean, that makes sense to me. I wouldn't pay for that shit either.
You win.
Lived there in 2 or 3 months.
Okay.
I didn't live there for the first 2 months.
Okay.
Yeah. All her
So she doesn't even live there the whole time. Okay.
shit's in the master bedroom. Like,
sure.
We saw it. It's a mess.
Yeah. She comes and goes, shows up.
It's because she's really booked and busy. She's not like out on little tours giving away free tickets, pretending she can sing. She's like on Broadway and Dancing with the Stars and in Lifetime movies.
Whatever.
I gotta say, to both of you guys' credit, I feel like you've handled it up until now. It's getting a little messy, but you've handled it in a very mature way because it's one of the biggest investments of your life. It's a major asset. It's not a great time to sell.
It's not.
Do you think Ariana's being petty?
Yes, big time.
And do you think
A petty, petty princess. Love it. Because I'm petty, petty Princess Joleen and ruler of the entire universe.
But like, I've done construction on this house. Yes, she's being petty and she doesn't want me to have the house. That's it. I've offered her $1 million over what we bought into it 3 years prior.
Do you think she should accept your offer?
If she doesn't want to accept my offer, then she should take the house.
What if she doesn't want anything to do with it, but doesn't want you to have it?
Then that's the petty, like, I'm breaking up with you and I don't want anybody to have. No, it's,
Yeah,
it's
but
the
like-
flipping over the Monopoly board. That's it. It's like I'm losing in Monopoly, so I'm going to flip the Monopoly board over.
No, that's what you did when you brought Rachel Raquel into the home and you flipped over the Monopoly board of your entire relationship. And you're like, "F- it, I'm going to throw it all away and have sex in a Volkswagen, then hang out in a studio apartment in North Hollywood rather than my mansion.
Yeah, but do you think you're entitled to her reasonableness?
No.
I think that, like, considering what most people like go through, like, again, I'm going to give the same example. When my parents got divorced,
Oh my God, back to mommy and daddy. Just because your mommy and daddy did it doesn't mean that's what you have to do. Did your mommy and daddy show up to interviews with dirty pants?
my dad kept the house. When my stepdad and his mom,
who cares what any of those people did?
He kept
Your stepdad divorced his mom? Oh my God, no wonder Tom Sandoval is so messed up. I'm pretty sure that's illegal in Missouri, where he's from, right? Missourians, let me know if that's illegal in the St. Louis, because that should be. You should not be able to, marry your mom and then have to divorce your mom.
He kept the house. When Ariana's mom and dad got divorced, Ariana's mom kept the house.
Probably because she had the kids.
So like somebody always keeps the house unless they can't afford it or unless they want to be petty.
The survey says you can't afford it.
Well, me and Katie just we mutually agreed that we wanted to sell it.
But don't you think Ariana's entitled to be petty?
Yeah, and she's doing a good job of it.
If I were in Ariana's shoes, I could see
He's so mad.
myself doing exactly what Ariana's doing. Do you think Ariana understands what she's doing?
Yeah, she knows exactly what she's doing.
Do you fault her for it?
And I love that for her.
I mean,
you seem upset about it.
Considering that, like, dude, she literally, was part of a cheating scandal and now has everything going for her. I think she's being petty.
Do you think she should be grateful for that?
I mean, dude, no.
He was going to say yes. He thinks Ariana should be grateful to him and Rachel Raquel for what's happened. That's hilarious.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. I think she's definitely grateful.
Okay.
I know that's weird to say.
Well, she's grateful to be away from you and to learn the truth about you, but
What you're trying to say is that it's horrible what she had to go through.
Again, Schwartz has to re-say it. He has to say it in humanistic terms. Oh my gosh, Sandoval, you're the worst.
You're showing reverence for that, but she kind of she hit the breakup lottery.
He doesn't know what reverence means. Calm your vocabulary, Schwartz.
Yes, she did.
Okay.
She hit the fucking breakup lottery.
Yeah, but I mean, I hear you.
She fucking did. She hit the breakup lottery. Yeah, she did. She got away from you. She broke up with you before she died with you. Oh, can you imagine a whole lifetime? 10 more years on top of that 10 years? Oh, God. Bury me alive. Gross.
But do you think that do you think because she hit the breakup lottery that she should at least sell you the house that you want to be in?
I think she should be at least a little bit reasonable.
What?
No. Don't funk with that shit. She doesn't owe you any reasonability. Easy for you to say. She doesn't owe you reason. She doesn't owe you anything. That's the beauty of this, Tom. It's now merely a business transaction, and she doesn't believe this to be good for her business. So she's not going to do it.
Why do you think she should be reasonable? Because that's what we are talking about. She is not, I would agree with you, she's not being reasonable. But I also don't think you're entitled to her reasonableness. I think you have to face the consequences of her rights. And she has the right to not sell you the house because you broke her fucking heart. And it's not fair.
She also broke my heart.
Say what? Huh? Because she didn't give up the vagine? Is that? I love how you just. She also broke my heart. Me too. It happened to me. Hashtag me too. Yeah, she broke my. She also broke my heart and she broke my boner.
But she, that's the consequence of moving in and having, and sharing a house with someone you have an affair with. And actions have consequences.
Yeah, that's fine. She can. You know what? Let's just get.
What a baby. Oh, fine. Yeah, sure. That's fine. Just give her everything. Just give her the world. She can take it all. Just live on the streets and I'll die.
Rid of the house. Ariana, just take it.
I think it's best.
So dramatic.
So you guys just sell the house, move on. You'll both have a nice, cash windfall.
Just fucking take it. Take it all, dude.
Start fresh, start clean.
Don't you want to start fucking clean? I mean, let's just assume that.
I feel like this is similar to the Erica Jane. Erica Jane should have given her earrings to the victims of Tom Girardi if she gave a shit and cared at all. The same way Tom Sandoval should just give the house to Ariana if he gave a shit. If you really want to show that you are sorry. That's the best way to do. The best way to show you're sorry is with cash.
That Ariana is just like, fuck it. I just don't want to have it. Those are my fucking rights. And I'm being petty, whatever. Fuck it. But aren't you ready to be fucking done with fucking these types of questions and storylines? Like you're getting.
No, this is all he has. This is all he has, Nick Viall.
Dude. It's less about the emotional and more just about the actual, I paid to build the gym there. I did all, I've invested tens of thousands of dollars into building this house into what it is. You know what I mean? And I'm just now I'm going to have to move into another place.
Yes.
And build another gym and
not be neighbors with Brecken.
Meyer.
Good guy.
Love that guy.
Brecken.
Do you desire a peaceful life?
Do I desire a peaceful life? Of course I do.
I think a lot of people say that and don't show it through their actions. I'm not saying that's what you're doing.
Some people thrive in chaos, which is a great Biodome reference, Katie. That's for you.
I love that movie.
Me too.
I love that. It's a good movie.
No, I
Sorry.
We could watch a lot of movies together, Schwartz.
Uh-oh, I think there might be a new bromance forming. Nick is about to, Mr. Steal Your Boy, he is about to steal Schwartz from right up under your flare pants. Sandy, but if you don't pay attention.
I find peace in my friends and in people that I love, like you. Like, I find a lot of peace, like...
Your family?
Yes.
He's got a great family.
I really do. And I love that. I really love and enjoy that. And I take time. Like, when I went back home for Christmas, my mom gets a Douglas fir, a real Fraser fir, like, tree. And I go back.
That's a type of Christmas tree?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like 12 feet tall. And there's this, like, little yellow ornament. It looked like Tweety Bird. I used to love Tweety Bird when I was a kid. And my mom has this ornament. And it's like, I used to rub my face on it because it looked like a little Tweety Bird ornament. And she always puts it in the back. She's like, it's so ugly. But she hangs it for me. And I always grab it and move it to the front, the troll her. And I love finding peace, man. I really do. And I hope honestly, like, I really do hope Ariana, like, does fucking well and keeps it going. Go.
I love seeing her thriving.
Yeah, go
man, she's
do it.
Absolutely crushing it. She's like glowing, man.
Yeah.
Everything she does right now. She's got the Midas touch.
I think her biggest thing is, like, stop, like, focusing on, don't focus any energy on me. Leave
that's
me
not
behind.
really for you to say.
I know, but, like, it's not a good look. Just fucking, yeah.
What's not a good look?
I'm just saying, like, her being so, she's been a little spiteful. She's been a little fucking
like,
reactive.
She's entitled to her spite.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
When it comes to you, like, I don't think anyone's going to be like, oh, it's time to be. Yes, that would be the bigger person thing to do. But
no. But, like, 10 months later, let it go. Keep going. Keep doing you.
Yeah, but she doesn't want to, and she's entitled to that.
Oh, yeah. She just wants to keep being like, oh, yeah, Tom, that's a fucking Tom. Like, just live your life. Keep going. Keep doing you. Forget me. Keep going. It's not a good look. I just want her to, like, move on. You know what I mean?
She looked fabulous at the Emmys.
I'm sorry, what's not a good look? Tom, Sandy, but you cannot say what's a good look. Ariana is moved on for you, but she has to tell her story on Vanderpump Rules, right, Buffy? Even Buffy, she's been sitting through this whole thing. What did you think, Buffy? Wasn't this horrible? Look at my dog. She's been through a war of listening to this shit and me talk about it. Really? Bringing it back to you? You need to get over me. I think she's over you and on top of Daniel.
Should we talk about the Emmys?
We can. Yeah.
I mean, we could pivot. Man, that was cool. Ultimate cliche, but it was really cool to be nominated. It still feels like a win.
Yeah.
It still feels like a win, man.
Schwartz, remember you got this ring for me at Circus?
Yeah. That's a non sequitur.
I know.
Anyways.
I fucking love this dude.
Well, having a
he is unbelievable.
Did they feed him more liquor, or did he just show up drunk and coming down from shrooms? Because all of a sudden they're talking about the Emmys and he goes, man, when you got this fucking ring for me from Circus, like Las Vegas Circus? Like Fear and Loathing Circus?
Unbelievably loyal to you, Tom.
I'm unbelievably loyal to him as well.
I mean, you can't abandon.
I do anything for my fucking friends. Man.
Listen, he's made some questionable decisions, but I can't abandon them. When you're there for the good times, you're there for the bad times, right? And I have been hypercritical, contrary to what people think of me as like a guppy or a pushover or a Tom apologist. It's not true at all.
Schwartz has literally fucking kicked my ass.
What's
his foot fucking...
What's the toughest thing you've had to hear from your friend, Tom Schwartz?
It's a good question.
Dude, you kind of been a fucking piece of shit, man.
Oh.
That's what, like, Schwartz has said to me. He's like, yeah, man, you've been fucking selfish. You fucking deserve, he's ripped into me.
How
did Tom Schwartz say you fucking deserve exactly what you get? Because then he's going to go up a tiny notch to me.
Oh, have you worked on your selfishness?
How have I worked on my selfishness?
Again, repeating the question. He says, how have you worked on your selfishness? How have I worked on my selfishness? By doing like everything?
Yeah, like how have you?
I think it's pretty clear I'm not selfish. I made dumpling frickin' lattes. Were you not listening? She wasn't touching my dick, yet I was still waking up before her, going to bed after her, making dumpling lattes, fucking her friends.
You have been accused by many people of being a narcissist. I have suggested that you're not. But how is someone who can empathize or show compassion for people and think to themselves, you know what, this in this moment, this I would do this.
I've told my friends to please speak up if I'm ever being a fucking dick.
Okay.
And they have. When you're on a reality show,
I know I'm not your friend, but I'd like to speak up. You're being a fucking dick. Thank you.
as you know, you get used to like people like wanting to know about you and everything that's happening with you. And I'm like, hey, I know that I'm going through shit and like I'm talking about my fucking self and what's going on with you? What's going on with you? Please tell me. That's what I've done with my friends. Kyle Chan.
So what he's done with his friends, he's like,
tell me when I'm being a dick, okay? But like, don't, because I'll get really defensive. But also, occasionally I ask them about themselves. So I'll talk about myself for hours and hours, days, years, and then one day I go, what's your name? How long have I known you? What's your favorite thing about me? What do you have anything going on in your life? Anyways, back to me.
That's what you're doing? Is you're just learning now at 77 years old that you have to ask your friends about themselves and care about them and be interested in them, and you just can't talk about yourself? I mean, you've only been on a reality show for 10 years, but you've been a human for 80. So okay. Also, Kyle Chan sucks. No offense.
And Schwartz,
no offense.
like, I really have.
Yeah. Wait.
Schwartz is like, yeah, I'm exhausted. Yeah, sure, whatever you say.
So
That was sincere.
That was sincere.
Yeah.
So if you were to be maybe in this scenario again, where you're,
I'll never
feelings,
be in this scenario again.
well, maybe just like your, what did you say? Your feelings took.
You ever hear of a ritual killing?
You were a slave to your
Emotions.
Thank you. And one of your friends came to you and they were like, "Listen, man, this is not the way to go about it." Would you take that advice?
Well, I tried that. And he was working towards that in his own time.
You're saying while the affair was going on?
Many times. Yeah, multiple times. And he
made
I don't
excuses?
wanna, no, he was working. I don't know his exact plan, but he was working towards that, obviously.
I spent 4 months in therapy with Ariana.
While the affair was going on, or before or after?
Yeah.
Every time I hear this, I'm just, I'm gobsmacked. He's like, yeah, I did a lot. Like I spent 4 months in therapy with Ariana. It's like, oh, okay. But Natalie asked while the affair was going on. Yeah. While I was boning another lady and not telling her. Yeah, I did. Yeah. So good guy.
What you say?
You could have just skipped the therapy and been like, oh, having sex with Rachel Raquel, I gotta go. The fact that you were in therapy making her feel like there was a future with you while banging her friend is the most disgusting, deceptive, demented thing I've ever heard you say, which is a big deal because you said a lot of messed up stuff, Tom.
And I really I wanted it to be, I had like an image of it ending well, and I was fucking delusional. She knew this was ending. Spent months. She knew this was ending. This is not like a surprise.
Was there a part of you that thought maybe in therapy was a...
Hold on. But the surprise isn't that the relationship ended. The surprise is how long you were having sex with her friend. She might have known the relationship was going downhill, but I think the real shocker was that you were having intercourses with Rachel Raquel behind her back for such a long time while lying to her.
Was it time to maybe share that you had had an affair?
Here's the thing. So we have to do like interviews, confessionals and all that shit. And I wanted to wait until after we were done doing all of those before I told her.
Okay.
Because how is she supposed to show up and like talk about like, oh yeah, so tonight on my birthday, or like, you know what I mean? Like you can't do that.
Oh my God, that is so sweet and thoughtful, Tom. You mean you kept it to yourself that you were boning her friend and co-star because you wanted her to be able to deliver in her interviews for Vanderpump Rules that you guys have after filming. That is so sweet that you put production before her feelings or any kind of decency. Oh my God, so win.
There's no good time.
There is no good
She would have
time.
been devastated whenever.
Yes, I get it. I get it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not trying to get like fucking brownie points.
Nah, I think you are, Girl Scout. I think you are.
I'm like, but also, you know how fucking reality TV works. And there's no fucking way that she's going to be able to show up and like talk about what's happening 6 months ago with a clear head, knowing
this guy just like she had to show up with a clear head because if anything, I might be untrustworthy. I might be a dickhead, a cheater, a liar, but I like to show up and be able to deliver at my job, sort of, when I can be on time, which is never.
Friend Tom, moments earlier, were like, hey man, I know you don't mean to sound like this, but you're coming in across like another thing. You're coming across as making excuses. And you always, like, you say that it's like this, I'm sorry, I would never fucking do it. I'll never do it again. Of course I'm sorry. And then you like double down and be like, but, and you go hard to the paint and say, but I did this for her and she did this to me. And it always comes across
in what aspect, Nick?
Just earlier.
What aspect, Nick? Nick the dick.
No, but I mean, like, in what aspect? Because, dude, I'm telling you, like, you don't know our relationship, and nobody knows our relationship, and nobody knows what the fuck was happening.
No,
like,
but when you say that,
all I can say is that
he was putting him down, Nick, down to the ground to get out of the rain. Boom, boom, boom. She was putting him down real far. Hurrah, hurrah. She was putting him down real far. Hurrah, hurrah. I can't, you guys. This is like. Is this over yet? This is so bad. This might be worse than the Howie Mandel interview.
I was like, okay, like, you know, Ken and Lisa, they probably don't have sex all the time. Like, this is probably how it is. Like, you know, you get in a relationship, like, for a long time, you just stop having sex. This is one of the things that happens. I hear it all the time. So I accepted it, you know. I got porn, I got whatever. I can just go crack one off in the bathroom, you know? Like, be done with it.
yes, I fucked up. That I know I did. I will admit that.
So why don't you
fucking
just?
day?
Why
So
don't
do
you
want to
just
fucking?
end
Do you
there?
want to keep fucking hammering it down? Yeah.
Again, now, Nick, now you're abusing him. Now you are the bully. Oh, you took the reins from Ariana and every other woman in his life. He's finally blaming a man. I guess that's progress.
Beat me down.
I'm responding to you. If you would just say,
what do you want me to say, Nick?
Don't say the other stuff.
Don't say what?
Am I making sense, Schwartz?
Yeah.
No, I'll never be able to tell like what was happening. I'll never be able to tell that.
I don't think it matters.
It doesn't matter. Exactly.
He can't tell a story. I like how he's like, I'll never be able to tell. Never tell. And then she's like, I don't think it matters. It doesn't matter. Then why bring it up? Why have these cryptic ass shouting occasions where you're like, I'll never be able to tell you the full truth because it'll hurt Ariana, even though I already claimed that she was having a mental health crisis and threatened her own life and all these things. But I'll never be able to tell what else happened, even though I did say that she was just like beating me down and made me feel like garbage and took all my self-esteem and left the battery drawer empty and didn't change the batteries on the damn smoke alarms. We could have all died, Nick. Do you ever think of me? I could have died in a fire because Ariana can't change a fucking bulb away. Or maybe it's a 9-volt. I don't know. Ask my assistant. I don't change that shit.
Exactly.
You say it like it does.
Well, it fucking matters to me because it was my life and I lived through it.
But it doesn't.
You just said it doesn't matter, and now you're like, oh, it doesn't matter to me. It's fucking my life. I lived. You sound like one of them guys on South Park. They took her gerbs. Took her gerbs.
Into your actions.
No, I get it. I get that.
Yeah, but it sounds like you are.
So,
okay.
Sometimes sometimes you vent just to get it out, regardless of everything that you might spew. We've been through this a million times. He knows he's fucked up.
I know I fucked up. I did it wrong.
Just like
whatever I did, I fucked up royally.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
Listen, I want you to have a great life. I really do. I want to be like, I got to know Tom Sandoval and he's not a bad guy. And yeah,
I know I'm not a bad guy. I know I'm not a bad guy.
I want you to learn.
You're a bad guy, duh.
I'm a really good friend.
He is.
I think you can be, yeah.
You think I can be?
Do you think
you don't know me? If you don't, like, I'm a fucking really good friend.
Do you think
I'm the guy that will literally show up at 3 a.m. and bail you out of jail? You can call me anytime.
I believe that.
You're my friend.
Do you think you prioritize being a friend over a partner?
No, I don't.
So you think you're a better friend than you are a better partner?
Dude.
You're like really pretty. Thank you. So you agree? What? You think you're really pretty? Oh.
Ariana and I were like best fucking friends.
Did you have necklaces?
Best fucking friends. And that time went away. Like
it went away when I started putting my dick in other people.
It just went away. And I fucking handled it fucking poorly.
Oh, God.
Yeah, you guys were a united front like no one else I've ever met. On the show, outside of the show, you guys were
Yes.
twin flames, man. You guys.
Twin Flames. Oh my God. If you watch Twin Flame Universe, that is not a good thing. It's toxic. Trouble. Cult alert. Cult alert.
What Jeff and Shalia do has nothing to do with love. It's control.
Others' backs.
Fuck yeah.
Till death do you part. Or
Neither of them are dead, but he sure parted.
till,
Yeah, until I fucking I'm an idiot.
But anyways.
Let's pivot to you.
Oh shit. No. I was just kidding.
All right, everybody. We did it. We did it. Woo! We made it through the Tom Sandoval, Nick Viall interview. It was vile. It was disgusting. It was all the things. Please let me know in the comments what you thought. Thank you for watching. Hit that like. Please subscribe. Share me with your friends. I'm going to need to schedule an extra therapy appointment this week after hearing Tom Sandybutt spew all of that nonsense and victim shit. Hopefully you enjoyed this roast of the interview and everything going on. I'll be back very soon with more on the Rachel Raquel podcast. I know I think Tom Sandybutt went on his own podcast to address some of this. We got Vanderpump Rules, a new episode coming up this week. We have a big week. We have Traitors season 2 that we'll be roasting and recapping, and some No Offense, All Offense shows that I will have. So thank you guys so much. I'm going to go cry now, but always remember to enjoy yourself. It's later than you think. Goodbye.